diagnosis is useful to know something, but not everything.
Okay.
For example, from the pulse we can know the rhythm, and it may be an index of cardiac rhythm that we can also understand with a stethoscope, and if you feel it necessary, you can go for research.
Okay.
So rhythm can be. Sometimes rhythm of heart may be different from the pulse rhythm also. That means in between there is some problem with it.
Okay.
Another thing is volume. Whether it is full or weak, that we can. Then another thing is rate. Whether it is fast or slow
Okay.
or optimal. That also we can understand. Only this much we can understand. Those who say that you had a fall at the age of you have a fall at the age of 10, etc. Feeling the pulse, they are quacks.
Okay.
I will tell you a story.
Okay.
One of my students in Kottayam was practicing in Bombay,
Okay.
made a pulse examination,
Sure.
which we do not teach in Kottayam.
Okay.
A Russian woman who is a journalist working in India went to this doctor with a tumor,
Okay.
which is very evident on her abdomen.
Okay.
Doesn't seem malignant, but the tumor is better removed.
Yes.
That is what is to be done.
Yeah.
Instead, this doctor gave her medicines for 6 months,
Okay.
extracted all the monies that can be extracted.
Okay.
And finally, one day he said that we require a pulse reading, and asked the lady to come to the clinic at 8 a.m.
Okay.
without consuming food.
Okay.
And after half an hour of pulse examination and meditation, he said, now in Moscow there is a doctor called Agnivesh. You go and meet him. He will know. That is what he read from the pulse.
Okay.
She came to me.
Okay.
Yeah? I told her that this is a tumor, this matter removed. She said, I came to the Ayurveda just because I don't want an operation, surgical operation to be done. And I said, in Ayurveda, the treatment is surgical operation.
Even surgery is also part of Ayurveda.
She didn't believe. I had to talk to her for hours. Finally, I took the English translation of Ashtanga Yoga
Okay.
and made her read the relevant portion so that she was convinced. So, people are utilizing this something as divine.
Yeah.
It is no better than palm reading and other using the bird to tell the fortune, etc.
Yes.
The bird, of course, the bird is doing nothing. It is trained to take a garden. What is told by the person,
Yeah.
the owner of the bird. So it is his imagination, observation. Of course, they are more observers. Observations and sometimes prior knowledge that makes them foretell things. And the human psychology is like that. Because
We want some magic.
not only magic, we want to know what will happen in the future.
Okay.
What has happened we know. What will happen? We are anxious about our future. So we meet all these bird scientists and even palmistry. See, in palmistry there is at least the lines there. We cannot deny the lines. In pulse reading, there is nothing like that.
No, but some claim that, I mean, they can, if the patient is having, say, renal calculi, they can,
If
they
the
can
patient is
diagnose
having
it.
renal calculi, he will have pain.
Yeah.
That is the best thing to know.
Yeah.
And he may be having radiating pain to penis or thighs. Those things
So,
are.
so ultimately, we are telling that pulse diagnosis is a way of diagnosis, but it is not the
It is not
ultimate
the
way.
ultimate way, because in Ayurveda, neither Charaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita or Ashtanga Hridaya has detailed it.
Yes, yes.
Only later books have detailed it. And that again after the arrival of Hakims.
Okay.
And for the Hakims, pulse diagnosis is more important, because in many cases when the patient is a woman, he cannot even see the face.
Yes.
So only available part is the hand to examine. So he was compelled to examine the pulse and tell everything.
Okay.
That was his professional thought.
Yes.
And if it was a princess, she never came out of the curtain also.
Okay.
Totally parda, there is a curtain also, and a silk thread is tied to the wrist, and the end of the thread is given out of the curtain, and the doctor has to catch the thread and predict the cure and endure. So that is the limitations, In a veena there are 4 strings,
Yes.
but there are veenas with 1 string also.
Yeah.
Even with that, some music can be made.
Yes.
But if you want a rich veena recital, the original veena with 4 string should be used. Now, Yada Vinagada Tandri Sarvanaran, that is a sloga regarding Nadi. It is said that, in the text, it is said that like the string of veena produces all sounds, the arterial pulse of the hand will tell all diseases. This is a scientific error, because whenever science finds out something new, there will be claim that it is everything.
Yeah.
Whether it is a drug or an investigation method, it is so. When penicillin was invented, all diseases were treated with penicillin. Now nobody is touching penicillin. Similarly, when the pulse science came to Ayurveda, everybody was very hopeful about diagnosis. But later died off. Only in novels it remained in Jivan Mashai, etc. Of Arogya Nikodana, Bangindra Buddhamadhyaya. The main character Jivan Mashai is always watching his own pulse and awaiting the footsteps of the death goddess. Jivan Mashai is a doctor, and among the Kavirats of Bengal, the pulse reading is very important, and those who predict things with pulse are ravaged. But in those periods, the patient is not a stranger. If you are practicing in a village, you know each and every person of the village, his past, present, you know his father, and you know his behavior. So you can easily read the pulse and tell everything.
Yes.
But in a town or city where you are seeing the patient for the first time in your cabinet, this cannot be practiced properly unless you are a first level monk. That's what I would say about pulse reading. Even if we accept the Unani methods, pulse reading is only one among the 8 methods of examination.
Yes.
You have to examine the urine, feces, voice, shape of the person, or the build of the person, etc.
Yes.
So pulse reading is part of diagnosis. Considering it as whole diagnosis is a whole blunder.
Okay.